Hi, I'm Dr. Chalmers, and a lot of people come in to see us because they have what's called plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis is where the bottom of the foot starts to hurt real bad, especially if you haven't been moving for a while. So you've been asleep, you've been driving in the car, you've been sitting at your desk, and you stand up, and it's really hard to take those first couple steps. Because right on the inside of the heel, it's really, really painful, and it feels like someone's stabbing you with a knife or needles. The reason that this happens is because the calf muscle or the gastroc gets the tone, the neurologic tone, gets too high and it starts balling up slowly over time, pulling on the Achilles tendon, which slides the calcaneus back, and then the plantar fascia gets pulled way too thin and it can't get nutrients in, it can't get waste products out, so it starts to become inflamed. As it becomes inflamed, it starts to hurt. So what happens is that you tend to move a little bit differently, you move less. These type of things start to making the process worse. And then over time, now you get to a point where it's really hard to stand up and walk around at all. This process is really easily fixed through a process that I call neurologic reflexive inhibition. So what ends up happening is that we work on the neuroreceptors, the way that the body talks to the brain, inside the Achilles tendon and inside the gastroc or the calf muscle, in order to reduce the neurologic tone or reduce the tension that the calf muscle is providing on the bottom of the foot. This works really, really well. We've had a lot of people who can barely get in. They come in on canes, they come in on crutches. We work with them 3 to 4 times a week for 3 or 4 weeks, and they're able to go back out and start running again. So they have no pain left and everything gets better. This process is always dependent upon how quickly they get in to see us. If you've had this problem for 5 or 6 years, it's going to take longer than if you've had it for 3 or 4 weeks. But it's been very, very, very beneficial because the real issue is not that we need to stretch the calf out, because stretching doesn't change neurologic tone. What we actually have to work on is the neurology of the body. We have to change the neurologic tone inside the calf by activating the anterior tibialis, the muscle in the front of the shin, and balancing the two of them so that the pressure on the heel and the pressure on the foot is returned back to normal. So if you've had plantar fasciitis for a while and you've tried the night splints, and you've tried the stretching, and you've tried stepping on a ball and rolling it out, and nothing's really working long term, then you need to get in and have somebody really work on that Achilles tendon to make sure that all the nodules are worked out, all the fibro adhesions are broken down, and everything is put back where it needs to be. So plantar fasciitis can be very, very damaging and can last a really long time unless you understand that it's a brain issue, it's a neurologic issue, and you attack it from that standpoint and rebalance the neurology, then everything starts to get better. So if you're in the area and you have some plantar fasciitis, you can get in and we can work on it. If not, hopefully there's going to be someone in your area who understands how to work on neurologic impact, and they can get you back to feeling better. Thanks.